Mr. Angels, this is the weekly love reading for the period of today, Sunday, the 22nd of August, through Saturday to come, the 28th. We are going to get right into it, beginning with the dice. Let's see what we're going to start with. And it is Eat Cake. Today's my son's birthday. I talked about that in the general reading. Happy birthday or congratulations to anybody else celebrating something out there too. Try Again and Dirty Movie, which came up yesterday, and can definitely be about, especially in consideration of love, exchanging texts and pictures and videos with another party or something. And speaking of party, Spirit says party. Also, yes. And massage. I don't know, I just got like it could be talking about an engagement party or some sort of celebration like that, about celebrating a commitment. Maybe it's an anniversary party or something like that was trying to come through. So now moving on to the cards we're beginning with. And it is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse is the overall energy that I'm starting with from the Rider-Waite deck. And yesterday, the Page of Pentacles showed up in the position of love and relationship. And this card means something similar. I always say in my readings, or at least for me, pages bring information or news. You know, they let us know about an energy that is surrounding us or looming. And then knights take action with regard to that energy. And this knight, he's in reverse. He's doing the opposite. It's like he's not taking action with regard to a love relationship or his romantic life or something. He's sort of like watching from the sidelines, maybe even obsessing over somebody, but not doing anything about it. He's like in a safe place, and the person may be interested in him too, and they could be, you know, somewhere suffering, agonizing because he's not there and he hasn't shown up and they're waiting for him. It could definitely be like one of those divine masculine versus divine feminine sort of dynamics, and the feminine is waiting and he's, you know, he's still in his place of fear and, you know, being stuck. So he's sort of safely watching from the sidelines and maybe even, like I said, obsessing over her. When I say her, I mean the divine feminine, who is not necessarily a female, but I'm going to call it her. And this may also tie into the the try again die, in terms of try again, maybe to get up the courage and the strength to move forward, but also the dirty movie die. I feel like he could be like even watching online your behavior, your life, keeping up with you, and you're the one, or when I say you now, I'm still talking about the feminine. The feminine is the one who is sort of like, we haven't been in contact, we haven't been in touch. No, you haven't been in contact. You haven't been in touch. He's up to date because he's as close to you as he wants to be. There's a fear blocking from moving any closer, but he's there, he's watching, he knows what's going on. So you may not know what's up in his life, but he knows what's up in yours. And the next card is also in reverse, and it's making me feel that even more so. Wow, wait till I tell you what the next card is. It's in reverse too. So the next card is Major Arcana card 6, the Lovers. A Gemini specifically may be involved in this duo here. I won't call them a dynamic duo. Maybe a Gemini and an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Gemini could definitely be the object of the obsession. Not only because it's following this card, I'm thinking that this is the one, the Knight of Pentacles is the one that's doing the obsessing, but also it's not really like Gemini style. Not that we are above that, you know, or anything like that. It's not really a Gemini trait. What is a Gemini trait is for us to be sort of oblivious often to what's going on around us or other people and their feelings, and that's how we come off sometimes cold or whatever. And it's not that we are being mean and trying to be purposely hurtful. Sometimes we just have no idea, no concept of what's going on, you know, outside of our, you know, cipher, whatever it is, you know, we are paying attention to and dealing with maybe in our own lives. So they can go without seeing, without, you know, notice that this is happening. And we're on our end not necessarily looking for anything, but the other person is. And then the next card, like as I was saying, is also one of these love relationship cards. It's the Two of Wands, and it too is in reverse. So not only would this be very likely like a real, legitimate love relationship, but possibly even soulmate or, twin flame. The Two of Wands is the twin flame card of the tarot. All three of these cards in reverse. So also individually, the lovers, when in reverse, can, specific to love, it's still a good omen for love. And for you within the next coming days, so not even necessarily something particularly distant or off in the future. The reversal just means like the energy in that regard is like weakened, but the overall positive energies for love are, still coming toward you. They're just, maybe not as strong or intense or intent as they could have been. It may also indicate that there's some sort of delay in how soon you'll be feeling in general, like as an individual, about your love life and maybe even your life, period. The Two of Wands in reverse, in general, is about balance, relationships, equity, equality in relationships, more fairness. So even in reverse, this card too, again, is positive. It's about a deepening of commitment. If you already are in one, or even if there's an energetic situation, like there's the connection strengthening. So maybe you will be able to pull one another toward, whoever's trying to do the pulling, and pull your soulmate in, as they say. You may have some more luck with that this week than you have been having otherwise. Also, particularly if you're single, somebody could almost literally sweep you off your feet. This is one of those cards, and just surprise you in a really stunning, surprise. So totally unexpected and uplifting way. And you should just enjoy if you're single, and it feels good, so do it. Kind of, there used to be a song like that. I don't remember how it went exactly. Anyway, if you are single and lonely, because there's a difference between being lonely and alone. And those of you who I've had more private or intimate conversations with, you know how I feel about this. Wait, I didn't realize my camera had gotten dark. I'm sorry. Can you guys see that? I think that's better. Sorry about that again. I was face forward at the cards and hadn't glanced over to the camera, so I didn't know. Hopefully you were able to. Well, I was mostly talking. I don't think I really put anything in the camera, so it should be okay. Anyway, what was I saying? There's a difference between being lonely and alone, at least the way I see it. So if you're feeling lonely and you can't imagine how there could, possibly be love on the horizon for you, or certainly in the coming days, right? Then, you got to bear some responsibility in making sure that you're putting yourself where you can be found, right? Or where love can be found, so that you're not just, in the house being lonely, but rather you're making attempts to get out and to be social and to be around other people, or to make yourself available, to answer your phone, to respond to your texts, however it is you go about being social in your life, going online, so that you can find it, because love is just not likely. It can happen. I mean, they say anything's possible, but it's not likely to just come knocking on your door while you're sitting at home, reading a book, right? We got to be more realistic and proactive about our own love lives too. So that's those three cards. Why don't I shuffle these now for you? Just right away, right? Somebody could steal your heart or steal away, with you, with that Two of Wands. The Queen of Pentacles showing up again. She is in the general reading too. Actually, it was her that was in the position of love and relationship. And then I clarified her further with the Page of Pentacles. Nine of Cups in reverse, similar to Lovers in reverse. Still positive, maybe not as strong. You know, it's a little bit weakened, the energy, but still a really positive card in terms of wish fulfillment, goal reaching and stuff. We got the King of Pentacles now. Also, we do have, the Sun, of course, in Virgo. That may be it, because I think Venus left yesterday, if I remember correctly. If she hasn't left, oh no, she left last week, right? She entered Libra, and I talked about that last week. Yes, never mind. At the end of this week, or the beginning of next week, the 30th, I'm pretty sure it is, Mercury leaves, and leaves Virgo too. So Mercury's there right now. So you got the Sun there, you got Mercury there. Oh, okay, maybe that's why the Lovers showed up with the Knight of Pentacles, because Mercury is the ruler of the sign of Virgo. And speaking of Pentacles, now we got the King and the Page, and both of them are also in reverse. You see how that's coming, how that's happening? As you can see, if you're new here, I do a lot of stuff off the top of my head, or pretty much I do everything off the top of my head. None of this is scripted. None of this is prepared. Not my cards, not what I'm going to say. So when I'm like trying to remember something or think of it, I'm genuinely trying to remember conversations I've had with my viewers before or something. And here we are. New overall energy still in reverse. It's the 10 of Wands now. Joined by the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, as well as the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, and the King of Swords. That could be Mercury. All right, but there'll be some healing maybe into these situations and decision making. And ultimately, the right thing will happen. We'll make a fair and just decision at the end of the day when it comes to this decision making. Okay, moving on. We got travel that we're starting out with the fortune cookies. Long distance communication will open up. Will open up your life, sorry. Exciting experiences for singles and career advancement for others. Sunshine. The sun is shining on you, your career and business growth. Fabulous communication is also possible in relationships. Okay. So speaking of not speaking to somebody and not keeping up with what they're doing, but they're watching you. And speaking of that person being an earth sign and you being a Gemini, reinvent yourself. A transformation is taking place. Enjoy a new lease on life. I just thought about something. So a couple of my exes are Virgos. But the one that I was with for most of my formative years, my high school years, and into my, I guess, early 20s. Well, up until I started dating my now ex-husband and married him. I had one boyfriend, the same boyfriend. He was a Virgo, and we weren't speaking. And I think I even had him blocked at this point a couple years ago. And he moved to another state. And just one day out of the blue, I get a call from a number that I didn't have blocked that was local to me. And it was him, and he was in New York. I mean, so that kind of stunning surprise, I think that's why I was meant to share this with you. I was trying to describe a stunning surprise, like something totally unexpected out of this person. And that's been, my experience, that it can even be to something to that degree. And it wasn't coming just to see me. He had business here in New York, but again, we weren't even speaking, and he called. So, and he made sure he got through by calling from a number that I didn't have blocked. So it can be something very shocking like that. That note, I forgot to tell you what we ended up with as our new overall energy. It is signs. Your future positive direction will reveal itself. I had a conversation with one of my viewers this morning about something that was revealed to her, or, you know, something about her that had been revealed to her in a dream. And we had a long conversation. I said I was probably going to talk about some of the stuff when I do the moon reading, because I'd already been thinking about talking about something in that direction, and shared that with her. But it very much had to do with us learning who we are and signs, and how some of the signs have been around us all along. Even, you know, and we've overlooked them, you know, and that's because we didn't have that third eye open. We weren't receptive to those messages, and we were closed to them, so we didn't see them. You know, it's like when the scriptures say, let those who have eyes see. Now that we have eyes, signs are going to be revealing themselves, and our eyes are getting bigger and stronger, and, you know, are even better able to see in the coming days. Also, travel is back. And the next card is that's also upright, is reinvent yourself. A transformation is taking place. Enjoy a new lease on life. And that may be tied to signs, right? You're learning who you are, or learning, you know, who your future self is going to be. And then you take that, what you've learned, and use it, incorporate it into reinventing yourself and allowing yourself to go ahead and become whatever or whoever that is. Lastly, with the Angel and Animal Tarot, here we have the Ace of Pentacles. So we've seen all these pentacles this week. Maybe money will be more in the forefront than actual love and relationship and romance. We'll see. You can expect a windfall of abundance. That can still be love, such as money, timely assistance, a serendipitous meeting, or rewarding advice. You may be offered a fabulous new job or a promotion, or the prospect of a profitable business venture or investment. And then we have the Three of Pentacles too. Your most satisfying and profitable career, or anything, relationship too, comes from following your passions. Listen to this carefully. Following your passions, listening to your heart, and doing what brings you joy. Okay, not other people. Your life purpose is best fulfilled by allowing your talents and true self to shine forth out into the world. And then last but not least, is in terms of being upright, we have the Page of Swords. So this could be that mercurial energy that's been coming through. Yet again, the Mercury joining the Virgo, or the Pentacles, or the Venus, right, joining the Virgo as well. This is an intellectual challenge that calls upon your ability to think of a matching solution. If helpful information is put to you bluntly, accept the message without being bothered by the messenger. All right. So again, pages bring news, information. That's what the Page of Swords is trying to bring. And it may be news that's, you know, comes out blunt, and maybe we needed it to this, you know, the blow to be softened or whatever. And it's saying, ignore that, just take the information. And let's just chalk it up again to the obliviousness of an air sign, or a Gemini maybe in particular. They're not thinking necessarily of how other people might feel by the way they say something. They're just saying it very matter-of-factly, very bluntly. And the Page of Swords may in fact be in your life an actual Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or someone like into those traits or attributes, if it's not just representative of Mercury or Venus, or news or information. Very nice. We went from the Ace of Pentacles in abundance to now an overall energy of the Wheel of Fortune, a time of positive change. The situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. And behind that is more Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Let's get started now with the Rider-Waite deck. We'll just move this out of the way for a moment. Move these up front. Grab the stands. And pull a card for the fire signs: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you got that Lovers in reverse now. Again, represents the sign of Gemini most directly. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Three of Cups, upright. A pleasant reunion. So again, maybe that Earth sign person will be showing up somewhere in someone's life, or someone will be showing up in that Earth sign person's life. This could be, representing the Knight of Pentacles with whom we started. For air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, our card is the Queen of Cups in reverse. Somebody who may have a tendency to go all out as it relates to love. We'll talk about that more in a minute. And last but not least, the water signs themselves, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Your card is the Eight of Cups. Upright. So the Ten of Wands talks about potential difficulty in an existing relationship, whether it's upright or reverse. I mean, ours is in reverse. That reminds me of something I don't think I said about the Knight of Pentacles with whom we started. So I do remember beginning to touch on, similar to the Page who we had yesterday in the general reading. The Knight is somebody who is possibly bored. I don't think I went into this part. Possibly bored with their current love life or relationship. And so now I'm thinking about it again in terms of this Ten of Wands being in reverse, because it can be like a long time relationship that you've been in, and it just seems like it's going nowhere fast. And maybe that's why you've been at least peeking maybe outside of it, and looking at other things, obsessing over an ex, maybe quietly, again, to yourself, not necessarily acting on it or doing anything about it. So some people would say not cheating, but some people would say that that's cheating too, because it's like an emotional cheating. You disengage from the person you're with, and you are really energetically connected and engaged with the person you are, with the person you're obsessing over. And some would consider it, cheating on both of those people, because if you're obsessing over me, you want to be with me, and you're with somebody else, then you're kind of doing me wrong, also. I mean, if I want to be with you too, particularly. At the same time, if you and I are together and you're obsessing over somebody else, then you're doing me wrong. So I just want to point out, because that could be what's behind this Ten of Wands in reverse, at least for some of us that are in, committed relationships, maybe even like a long-time relationship. And it may be time, or past time even, that we both sort of like lay our cards on the table, to use a cliche, and really talk about the relationship, and if, we're both interested in salvaging it. There's a slight possibility when this card appears that you're actually being misled by somebody. And maybe that's why I'm being guided to like go into further what the Knight of Pentacles could have meant, because you could be being misled by somebody, or there's some sort of infidelity involved in your situation when this card appears. And again, some of us could consider it infidelity if our partner has disengaged from us, particularly if they've picked up with something else or someone else, even energetically, even if the other party is not aware that our partner is obsessing over them. Okay. You may want to, if you think that you're in a situation, maybe that's not that complicated, but just more traditionally, there could be some cheating, some infidelity, some lies, something that you can't trust, or that you probably wouldn't sit well with if you were aware of it. You should, if you're feeling that way, I'm not trying to send anybody out on like a witch hunt, after their partner, but if you feel that way already, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. Or if you feel like something's wrong, something probably is. It's that type of thing that I'm trying to describe. And if that's the case, then you should consider whether you've noticed any changes in behavior and stuff like that. Those things may point to you know, whatever the untruth is that needs to be faced in order for the relationship to either work or, you know, at least reach a place of honesty and split amicably or whatever has to happen. But hiding from the truth and lying and stuff really serves no one, although the liar tends to feel it's going to serve them. Or sometimes there's that other bullshit cliche, I did it for you, I didn't want to hurt your feelings. No, hurt my feelings, please. And anybody out there that's dealing with me or plans to deal with me in the future is watching me. I don't like liars, period. Definitely hurt my feelings. I'm a Gemini. I give it bluntly, and I want it bluntly. I take it that way too. I can dish it and take it. Please don't ever worry about hurting my feelings in the short term, and choose to instead, you know, hurt me or mislead me like in the long run. No, thank you. Anyway, moving on to our fire signs today, and you guys actually got a really nice card. So maybe, you know, again, there's trouble in a relationship, one wants to end, there's something genuine out there for you that can start, or there's trouble in a relationship but there's room for it to be fixed and salvaged if we both, you know, put our energies toward that. And so there's love, you know, that's ahead of us. You know, as I said before, even in the coming days is usually what this card means. Some sort of positive energies for love coming towards you, although weakened by comparison to the Lovers upright. So congratulations to you, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius that experience any and all, you know, good feelings over the week. Happy to hear it. Moving on to the earth signs. There should be some equally as good feelings for you guys. So again, we got to keep in mind our overall energy, but the Three of Cups, whether upright or in reverse, in a general sense, not even specific to love, has to do with us being able to look forward to at least one pleasant reunion with someone or something from which or whom we've been apart for some time. You know, so it can mean some sort of celebration, you know, maybe we're getting together socially. Maybe we've been apart because of COVID, and now we're able to come together and be social. It can be something like that. It can be a party, birthday, wedding, whatever, a gathering. We're getting together, family reunion. We're surrounded by love energies, or you know, a new baby. I don't know, some other happy occasion that's bringing us together. It could be something like that. If you're invited to some sort of event or affair, and you know, you should have, especially if you're single and looking, you should definitely go, because you could meet somebody at one of these events if that's the case. But also, you know, at least looking at it from the perspective of the general meaning of the card, it can be you reuniting with someone from your past. So maybe an ex or something. And again, that will be a pleasant reunion. So again, particularly because we started with the Knight of Pentacles, that would be your actual energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This could be happening for you. And, you know, so maybe it's a relationship that you had, an existing relationship that you haven't seen each other for a while or talked for a while because things haven't been going well, but you reunite and it's pleasant. Or, you know, maybe you're moving away from some sort of existing relationship and you're reuniting with someone else, you know, who is going to be good to you. Or again, somebody's cheating here, but you're connecting with somebody who wouldn't cheat on you. And so you're feeling good. There's some sort of good, you know, positive vibe. If you're single and looking, another meaning for this is potentially, and this is probably actually the more likely interpretation, you know, specific to love. Again, the other one that I gave you is the general meaning of the Three of Cups, but more specific to love. If you're single and looking, it can mean that you will meet like an appropriate person, like somebody that like really fits the bill for you. In terms of the kind of person that would be an ideal mate for you, and that this person will be a brand new love. So not an ex, not somebody you used to be with, but a brand new love. And maybe that'll be upon exiting, you know, something that's not good, or, you know, your last relationship ended this way, you know, and so now you're getting something brand new. depends upon whatever your situation is, but this is what these cards represent. So moving on to us air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You know, I'm like, well, at least I got this one because I'm a Leo rising, so maybe at least I have some positive stuff coming here. I mean, not that the Queen of Cups is bad. In fact, the Queen of Cups is a really positive omen, and you know, it means the outlook is good in terms of love, even when she is in reverse. But it does remind us to stay more focused and more in tune with, like, the more loving side and nurturing. So really, the more feminine side of our personality, because when we get sort of aggressive, and I was saying before, like, she can be somebody that maybe, like, you know, that can go hard, sort of like the Queen of Swords in reverse too. And when we get sort of aggressive, of course, we can push people away. So this card kind of reminds us that people are on their own timelines, and that maybe, for example, since the example has presented itself, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse that's been delaying, that hasn't come forward, you know, is not on the same timeline as us. So for us to be, like, fair about that, and considerate of that, and not to be impatient, forceful, or pushy. You know, it's kind of like a good things come to those who wait kind of card. And this may be our time if we've been patient, you know, and if not, you know, it would ask us to continue to be patient and nurturing to ourselves, in addition to other people, but also, again, showing compassion and consideration for other people's situations, positions, frame of mind, level of ascension, path on the journey, all that kind of stuff, and just not take it too personal, so to speak. And last but not least, moving on to the water signs and the Eight of Cups upright. So again, especially when we conjoin it with our overall energy of the Ten of Wands, the Eight of Cups can mean that an existing relationship, particularly a long-term relationship, is going to end. Now, if you're sure about this, that you're ready for it to end, or that it has ended and you're just sort of still in it existing, but the relationship is over, it's dead, and you really should have left already, then don't try to wait. And this could be what the Knight of Pentacles was doing also. You know, this might be why he's in reverse and hasn't taken action. Waiting for the right time. There's not going to be a right time. Not going to be a right time to say, I'm leaving you. I want a divorce. You know, or I'm tired of you abusing me, or escaping if you can't even mouth those words. If you're being abused, if you're in a relationship that's so toxic that you just need to get away, you know, and you just go, like, at the first opportunity. Don't wait until you think the time is right. Don't try to stick around and be abused because you have kids together, and you know, as if the kids don't see that and they're not affected by that. Oh, well, I want them to be in a 2-parent home, so I'll keep getting my ass kicked, you know. And I know it's easier said than done, particularly if we are in some sort of DV situation. But what the card is saying is, that, again, there's just never going to be a good time to tell somebody that the relationship needs to be over. So you protect yourself and go at your earliest possible opportunity. If you are single already, and or looking, then this can be saying, again, you already dealt with this kind of heavy situation, and now you're finally, like, moving away, walking away, either from an actual relationship or the effects of the relationship, the energies of the relationship. I'm walking away from, you know, the fact that I was cheated on or that I was lied to, knowing that there is a higher something out there, and the next person doesn't necessarily have to treat me the same way, especially if that's, you know, I'm not allowing that. I'm putting out the kind of energy, or I'm manifesting the type of relationship that's going to be good to me. And so now, you know, that's where my mind is. That's where I'm at with it right now. And so I'm walking away from the negative emotions that I used to have. I'm going to let me see if we can get any further messages from these other decks now. Beginning again with the fire signs. Whoa, you got another Lover's card. This should be a very interesting week for you, fire signs. And I think it's going to be more than just the fact that you're dealing with a Gemini. I mean, I think that there's some, really good love energy coming towards you. Now, this too was, do you mind if I move this back as if you guys can answer me so that I can let you see what I'm pulling? Let's do that. Because I just feel like that when I'm pulling the cards from here, they're out of view. So this one was actually in reverse, and I turned it over. So it was in reverse like this one. But I think the fact that you got two, means something. Some of you could be, taking like a next step, maybe moving in together, maybe something, and maybe there's some sort of delays surrounding that, or maybe you are planning to see each other, planning to get together, planning to date or whatever, but there's a block. So it doesn't mean that you don't want to. Like, the feelings are there, the genuineness, the reciprocity is there, but there's something else outside of you, a karmic energy, which is what the major arcana represents, that's getting in the way and causing a delay. Okay. So I wanted to pull it in front of you. So the earth signs, your card is the Seven of Swords. Caution will help you to avoid the loss of valuables, including non-material resources such as time or peace of mind. Be aware of the results of your actions as well as what others may be doing behind your back. Who's that person that's maybe doing something behind your back? That Ten of Wands person. So you got to keep that in mind is what it's saying when you are making decisions for yourself. So perhaps if I was in a relationship, right, and I wasn't aware that I was, that something funky was going on, or it was a relationship that I felt needed to end, and I had a positive reunion with my ex, for example, I might keep it a very platonic positive reunion, or I likely would keep it a very platonic positive reunion with my ex, saying, I've got this other relationship. But if somebody's doing something behind your back, then maybe the decision you're going to make is one that will cause you not to lose a valuable, like a genuine love, this person that you're having a pleasant reunion with. Maybe I need to be considering at least moving on to you and letting that go, because I don't want to let, this energy steal. The Seven of Swords can be about thievery, steal the opportunity from me to have genuine love. And so it's saying here, be careful to avoid the loss of valuables, including non-material resources, such as time and peace of mind. Right? We have an opportunity, maybe we don't want to let somebody else steal it, or some sort of negativity get in the way and steal it. Now, we can steal our own joy and happiness too by lacking confidence and being afraid to move forward. So that can also be tied to the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And when I was saying that that's potentially representative of his fear to take action. If we're having fear to take action in our own behalf, earth signs, that Knight of Pentacles could be you, and you could be at risk of stealing your own opportunities, causing your own self to lose a valuable such as time or peace of mind because of your inaction. Air signs. Joining the Queen of Cups. We have Major Arcana card 17, the Star. You are about to take a big leap forward with your life. Worry will be replaced with optimism, fear with hope, and joy is coming home to roost. I think it's just saying, listen, air signs, just chill out. Again, don't be pushy. Don't rush anybody. They're coming. It's been slow, but what you deserve, what you need, what you've been asking for, because that's what the Star is representative of, right? Prayers being answered, wishes being granted, dreams coming true, goals being reached, all of that. It's coming. Don't push it away with negative energy. And again, last but not least, the water signs. Joining your Eight of Cups, you have an Eight of Wands. Events are moving at a fast pace. Delays are over and many things are happening at once. So this is movement. This is you taking action, just like depicted here in this picture. This guy's actively walking away from whatever this situation is, or actively walking toward a situation that he wants. And then the same thing with these. We have joining. Oh, I didn't mean to stick it there in reverse. There's no reversals in this deck. I meant to put it upright. But the original one from the Rider-Waite does belong in reverse, yes. Okay. So joining the fire signs, two lovers cards, we have difficult times, which is kind of weird. Be on your guard against chaos and unforeseen perils. Well, this could be tied to this though. Or emotional upheaval are foretold. Be on your guard against chaos as unforeseen perils or emotional upheaval are foretold. We did have two. It was in the money section, the work and finance placement, but we did have two Tower cards show up yesterday. So I'm noticing too, after this Ten of Wands, again we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. And the Two of Pentacles can have to do with like not making time in our lives for a relationship, or maybe somebody else doing that to us. So maybe that's why it's in reverse. Maybe that's the delay. Like, you know, we're ready, they're ready, but they've still sort of maybe subconsciously put work ahead of the relationship, work ahead of the connection, or of us meeting or something. There's some sort of something getting in the way. Like I said, karmic energy potentially too. Earth signs. Again, I wanted to do it in front of you. Major life change. The time is right for major life changes, as a new lifestyle or location brings great joy and trouble-free existence. And for you, that major life change can be you taking a step forward, again, taking some sort of action, or a new relationship, either with an ex or a brand new person. Air signs. Health. Well, that's boring. An excellent time to start an exercise program, maybe to get cute, or a diet. Many new friendships are on the horizon. Oh, okay. That can mean something, right? Friendships. We want to start with friendship and have that develop into something else. And again, last but not least, for the water signs, personal riches. Small successes are likely now, and bigger ones are on the way. Finances could improve dramatically, but avoid get-rich-quick schemes. Again, there is movement for you guys. Things are you know, going along, and you're moving. You're taking action. So that always gives way to flow and abundance. I hope you guys have enjoyed the love reading. I will be back with new or more messages in the full moon in Aquarius reading. Namaste.